Hey YouTube, hey Young and the Restless fans. So Daniel was in for a shocker when he got a phone call that Heather's body had been found. And Daniel had to go down to the morgue to identify the body. So this isn't a dream, right? This is not Sharon, dreaming or hallucinating this. This is real, okay, with real consequences. So we saw today Daniel at the morgue and they lifted the sheet, and of course it's Heather, okay? So they found Heather, fishermen found her in the river, okay? So this is really a shocking storyline, and of course Sharon now is covering it up. So what happens next? Spoilers say that Sharon keeps up appearances, okay? So it looks like Sharon now is going to double down on covering up the crime and pretending like she had nothing to do with this. But we saw not too long ago Heather's phone ring, right? When Sharon had Heather's phone in her bag. Nick and Mariah were there and they heard Heather's ringtone, okay? And Sharon covered, Nick and Mariah asked Sharon, what's that, and Sharon covered by saying, oh, that's just a reminder to take my meds. And of course, Sharon is very resourceful and is able to cover up her tracks really well and prevent people from tracking Heather's phone too, okay? So Sharon is really good at covering her tracks up, but for how long? One idea suggests that Phyllis will start to investigate this and maybe get to the bottom of this and accuse Sharon of what happened to Heather. Of course, now that Daniel has identified Heather, everyone else is going to react to this. Poor Lucy, right? She loses her mother. Daniel loses his partner. And now, of course, Cameron Kirsten is still encouraging Sharon to go after Daniel too, okay? So with Phyllis now maybe starting to look at Sharon and maybe accuse her of this, could Cameron Kirsten start to encourage Sharon to go after Phyllis too? Of course, Sharon is hallucinating seeing Cameron Kirsten. There's one idea too that she'll start seeing Heather, okay? And is this the last we've seen of Heather, or will she return from the dead? Will Sharon start, seeing Heather as a figment of her imagination like she's seeing Cameron? Spoilers say that Nick will comfort Phyllis, so everyone is going to be in shock and reacting to the horrible news. Also, there could be a funeral coming up for Heather too, so that could set the stage for some drama too. And there's an idea that, maybe Phyllis and Daniel will start investigating. Phyllis is really good with computers. She's a hacker, right? So will Phyllis get to the bottom of what's going on? Will they be able to find Heather's phone? And inevitably, Sharon is going to get busted, so we'll see how things go in that direction. There's also an idea that maybe Lucy will spin out and maybe do something drastic after she realizes that she's lost her mother, but the blame and the focus will be on Sharon for this, so it'll be interesting to see how Sharon can continue to cover her tracks. Nick also seems suspicious too, and he might think back to that ringtone that was strange, so will Nick start to put the pieces together? But inevitably, Sharon is going to get caught. And what happens to the Sharon character now? She's a legacy character, but is there any redeeming of Sharon after this? Or are there extenuating circumstances because of her mental state of mind? It's hard to see how Sharon can really just move on after everything that's happened here. And will she end up in Fairview, or will she end up in prison after this? But this is definitely shocking. But this storyline is definitely a shocker, so we'll have more updates coming on it as we learn more, so keep it right here. And hey, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.